don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
Are you tired of being weak and flabby? Do women laugh at you?
Ew, you're so tiny and scrawny.
Yes, but I've been taking Vitaminogen.
Poof!
Ooh, now I'm interested.
I used to look like this. But after only one treatment with Vitajon, I went from this to this. I am the man you see before you today. All because of a miracle product I am selling known as Vitajon. Vitajon will make you a stronger person, robot, whatever. I don't care if you're Autobot, Decepticon, Predacon, Maximal, GoBot. What else is there? I don't know. I don't care. Whatever you are, you want, I sell to you. Hey, can that stuff make me better? What do you mean? Just look at me. Can that stuff turn me back into the prime I used to be? Vitamin John can turn you into anything. I'll take some. Okay. Num 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 num. Poof. Another satisfied customer. The hell did you do to me? What? I'm not good? Why do I look like Optimus? Ah, spinster! So buy Vitamin John today. Operators are standing by. Hello everyone, this is Tom, and today we will be taking a look at the Titans Return reissue of Cosmos. This was originally issued in, if I remember correctly, the Combiner Wars wave. I know they did a yellow version for Computron. We're going to take a look at this one. I've had this guy for a while. I know you've probably seen him in a few of my reviews already. He's already out of the packaging, but here is the back of the packaging. If I remember correctly, I'm using this as my thumbnail, so yeah. It comes with instructions and a card, which I can't necessarily find at the particular moment in time. But, other than that, yeah. Let's see here. Initial impressions on old Cosmos here. He's an interesting take on this character. I don't really know if I like this or not. Now, I don't have a G1 Cosmos to compare him to, so that doesn't really help, but he weighs okay, an okay amount, I guess. Yeah. Quick size comparison here. Let's see. It looks like he's coming in at your standard 3 3/4 inches for a Hasbro. And as usual, I will measure from shoulder blade to shoulder blade. So from shoulder to shoulder, kind of looks like he's coming in at 2 3/4 approximately. Alright. Why don't I go ahead, while I have a minute. No, I'm going to pause.
Do 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 do.
So, size comparison wise, here he is with Tailgate. Yes, this is Tailgate, I know. Here, here he is for you Classics fans. Here he is with Classics Prime. And for you movie fans, here he is with Movie Bumblebee. Sense of scale. Alright, what else do I have that I can compare him to? Nothing offhand. Okay. There's that. I mean, if we really want, here he is next to an Energon Cube. Alright, okay. And one other size comparison here. Here is Hasbro's Cosmos with Toy World's Masterpiece Space Racer. So, or Masterpiece styled Space Racer. So, yeah, just to give you a sense of scale there. That's the way the two of them set. Okay, so that was sense of scale. Why don't we transform him up and take a quick peek at him in transformed mode. Transformation is relatively simple. The first thing you do... Oh, I need to cover articulation. The head, I can't... It should move, but on mine it doesn't really want to. So it looks like it should, but it doesn't want to. It'll go up a little bit and down a little bit, and it'll push in all the way for transformation. The arms here are on a hinge and a ball joint, so they'll come out to that far, rotate all the way around. Your elbow here is on a ball joint as well, and you have a hinge here. So the hinge stops right here, but you get 90-degree elbow bend. Okay? And you get your lateral rotation right here. The hand is a fixed piece. It might help if I brought this forward just a little bit, mightn't it? The hand here is a fixed piece. He has an... If you raise this flap up a little bit, you can rotate his upper torso here. And that's the only rotation he gets there. Now his legs here are on T-jointed ball joints, which gets him the full Chinese splits. Good for that. Can he do the American splits? If we move the flap out of the way, yeah, he can more than do the American splits. If we leave the flap down, this piece here gets in the way a little bit and hinders him from doing the full American splits. It's close, but I'm not going to give it to him. No, I'm not going to give it to him, so don't ask. You get thigh rotation right here at the upper thigh, and then you have a hinge right here which kind of gives him a double bend knee. I mean, technically this is, pull back up, technically this is thigh, so that doesn't really count. His knee is technically right here, I think, but you know, we can cheat it. However, and these are his feet. His feet is a solid piece. There's no, or at least I haven't found anything anyway that pulls out to give him a heel spur. That's the best you're going to get right there. So he sometimes has a little trouble standing, but aside from that, he's okay. So transformation for this guy is relatively simple. You push his head down, just like that. Take his arm here, and it bends in two places. And there's a little depression right here where this little slot's going to go in. Just goes in, and it'll probably come untabbed at least once during this transformation. Okay, lift his arms straight up 90 degrees. Lift the flap up back here and rotate at the joint there, at that mushroom peg, so that you've basically turned him around so his back is to the front, if that makes sense. Okay, now you can bend these down, and here at the flap there are two little grooves that'll go into these two little depressions, and you have this little tab right here which should theoretically clip that together, which doesn't really work that well in practice. But all three of them together kind of hold it together. Now, for this section, go ahead and bend these down on those double hinges like this. Okay, and the goal here is to get these guns in the front. So rotate them on that ball joint and they'll just slip right in. Do that again. Rotate and just push them together. And this represents Cosmos in his alt mode. And I don't know how other people's version of this mold is, but mine doesn't really stay together all that well. It's got various different tabs that show it's supposed to stay in places, but mine doesn't stay together all that well. In this mode, you get paint here, which showed up on the chest. You get these two little pieces of paint here, and the thrusters could have used a second coat. And he's got this big old hollow bit right here, and the black right there. So, let's see here. In alt mode, size comparison wise, here he is next to Bumblebee. Here he is next to Cyberverse Ultra Magnus. Let's see, here he is next to Swerve. Let's see here. In this mode, he's coming in at just under 3 inches if you count this. Okay, and height-wise, he's coming in at, if I'm looking at it right, that's an inch based on the way I'm looking at it. It may look a little bit bigger on camera, but it's not that high going from here to here. Alright, that's pretty much this guy. Alright, so here is Cosmos, Hasbro's Cosmos, with Toy World Space Racer. And I know we're kind of almost comparing apples to oranges here, but not really, because this is the one that I chose to go with for my Masterpiece collection. So the greens are different, and they've both got a completely different take on the figure, but that's okay. Get out. So I just wanted to show those two off together to give you all a sense of scale. Okay. And now to answer the burning question on everyone's mind: how does Titans Return Cosmos, this is who this is, scale with Metroplex? And here you see Cosmos in the hand of Metroplex, and I've got Beast Wars Megatron just for scale. And there's Wreck-Gar. He's just kind of chilling out. Metroplex is just kind of like, why, no skit today? And Wreck-Gar's like, I'm too tired. Maybe I need to get some of that Vitaminogen. Yeah, I gotta be careful with how I say that. This is a kid-friendly channel. I've actually had some people ask me, why do I sometimes show stuff when I'm doing these comparisons with some of these really older bots, like the Cyberverse Ultra Magnus and the Beast Wars Megatron, and really it's just kind of whatever I decide to pull out. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment and just show you guys what this looks like over here. This is where I keep the bots that you all see and review. That's it. So if I could pull it out of right there, yeah, that's what you get. So aside from this guy here, he stays at the top of the closet. So, alright, thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
Poof!